And the 6th little runty baby died, so that's really sad. But the other 5 are looking great. I'm noticing, though, this one looks pretty chestnutty. But then this one, I don't know if I should even get my hopes up that it could be a chinchilla. I don't know. If there was a chinchilla baby, I would be so happy. But if it's a chestnut, I'll be super happy too. But I guess we just have to see. Come on, I have something for you. Good boy. Oh, you're gonna stop. Guess what I have for you? Guess what I have? It's not sick. It just died of being hungry. It's a treat for Fang. Good boy. Good boy. That's so good. So we are now down to 4 babies in Ladybug's nest. I just found one this morning. She's still having trouble nursing them, but I think it's because she doesn't have enough milk. I will force her to feed them, and they still won't get hardly anything. So I'm going to try to do an extra special effort to get her some really good greens and wild herbs to hopefully help her milk supply, give her a whole bunch of extra nutrients, but then we'll just have to see what happens. So this guy, I remember he was having trouble last night. He was really skinny last night. But this morning they don't look full. That's kind of obvious. But their stomachs look like they have stuff in them. I guess I'll try forcing her nurse them again, though that doesn't do anything, or I guess not much of anything. Maybe it does help a tiny bit, but maybe Zuzu's last litter, they will just be skinny, and then at least hopefully maybe some of them will survive and just be skinny but still fed enough until they are old enough to eat solid foods, and then they can feed themselves and grow normally. So maybe, I don't know, this slow decreasing of litter size is a good thing, because then the small amount of milk she does have is spread less thin. But more and more, I'm facing the possibility that we might lose this whole litter because of lack of milk. But I'm going to do what I can to help the situation while still sticking to my principles and my natural way of feeding the rabbits. And we'll hope for the best. And, if she is not a doe who does good on this diet, if she can't nurse a litter while eating our natural diet, then we'll cull her, and so be it. Of course, we'll give her more tries and see if that's the actual problem, or if it's just this time with her first litter or what. But that is also a possibility that we might have to cull her because she's just not good at what we want her to be good at. But hopefully that's not the case, and we can salvage this litter and have better ones in the future. Okay, I just finished holding Miss Bug in my lap and letting her babies nurse, and they do look a little bit less skinny when I did that. They're nowhere near full, their bellies aren't bulging out or anything, but they're not super skinny either. There is something in their bellies. So maybe there is some hope for the future, especially if I give you extra yummy greens, huh? That'll give you extra nutrients and up your milk production, huh? Yeah. Now that it's spring, we can do that. This whole winter, we haven't had many litters, but we still haven't had a whole bunch of greens to feed them. So now we do that because it's spring, good girl. Okay, thank you for being so good. Last time I held her down, she did not like it very much, but she settled down after a while. But this time, she didn't struggle or kick or anything at all. You were good from the start, so thank you. Thank you so much. It's now a few days later, and I'm here to update you on Ladybug's litter. I do think feeding her more greens, I've been really diligent about doing that, has helped. I recently decided to stop forcing her to nurse them, holding her still and putting them on her teats, because they weren't getting any extra milk from me doing that. So I guess that is a good thing that she is nursing them all the way, as much as she can possibly do. And while they're not fat hippos, everyone likes to see, they do have some milk in their bellies. When I come check on them, I can kind of sometimes notice, especially in the mornings and nights. Right now they're kind of skinny because it's the middle of the day, but by tomorrow morning they'll probably be having a somewhat full stomach again. Though the situation isn't ideal, it is improving from what we did have. I think now that we have a smaller number of kids, they're actually able to get enough milk. So things are looking up from the last update I gave, and hopefully— oh my gosh, their eyes are open! They were starting to open last night, but today all of them are open. Look, how good! Nursing is the same. They're getting some milk, but not a whole bunch. But their eyes are open, and all 4 are still alive, so it's really good. Are you trying to be a good mommy? Yes, you are trying so good, and you are doing a good job. Thank you. All right, here comes another update on the baby bunnies. As you can see, they're much older, and they're out of the nest. We have 3 over here, and then one of them's over there. They are roaming around, exploring. They are super cute. They're still being nursed. Some, not like a whole bunch, they're still kind of skinny, but they're like healthy enough to like run around and be adorable. We officially have one solid black one. Is just regular black, which is, that's good and all. And then we have this one's the biggest one. It's black with a white nose and a white spot on its head. And tiny white on his paws too. Isn't that so adorable? Then we have this one, who is like a silvery, goldy steel, kind of like Asha. It looks like a baby version of Asha. And then we have that one who looks kind of, I can't really tell what it is quite yet. For a while it looked like a chinchilla, but now it's like has more like gold on its back. So, but it's pretty much like a chinchilla. Can you see? Isn't it so cute? If it stopped wiggling around, there we go. So cute. So, all 4 are still alive. They're running around. I haven't seen anyone eating solid foods yet, but that's alright. Okay, so right now I have 2 little bunnies in my pocket. They are both cold and possibly dead, though they are out of the nest box and have fur. I guess it was a cold night tonight, and they didn't do okay. One of them is like barely moving, and the other one is possibly dead. But this one, oh, it's moving a little bit. But this one's kind of moving, but it's really slow. I'm gonna put him in the incubator, let him warm up, and then hopefully they do okay. Alright, it's been a little while. Looks like this black one is alive still. Looks like this gray one is dead though. Oh, that's so sad. I thought they'd be old enough to be smart and like huddle together, but they were like all spread out. You're not acting quite super normal though. But it's warm enough in here that I don't want them to overheat. I'm gonna unplug and just leave them at room temperature. It's pretty warm in the house. We'll see how this little guy fares. Hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna bring this black baby back out to the rest of them, and then maybe I'm gonna try to give him a little nurse. Maybe I'll hold her still and see if he'll get a nurse, because he's acting all tired and skinny. I guess not being fed enough could have also contributed to his getting cold. Well, it looks like things have taken a turn for the worse. This little guy with the white on him is active and running around still, but even this one who didn't freeze is acting all skinny and hungry and lethargic, and this guy isn't acting very good either. And even though this guy's acting better than the others, he still feels super skinny. I just tried to nurse them on her, and they didn't get anything, or maybe a tiny bit, but hardly anything at all. So I'm not very hopeful. You just don't have enough milk for the babies, do you? Just not enough. Hopefully next time you do better, huh? So I'm gonna try, I don't know, to keep these guys a little warmer. Maybe, I guess I'll just put them in the little Hearty house place. 1, 2, 3. They aren't dead yet, and there's still a slight chance they might survive. But I just don't really feel comfortable about culling them, because, like, if I do and Ladybug all of a sudden, like, I feed her some weird plant that has a whole bunch of nutrients and her milk production goes up again or something, and if I cull them, then they would be dead. And so I don't want to end their life needlessly, so I'd much prefer to let them end their lives on their own than accidentally risk ending them prematurely. So I'm just going to let them be, and hopefully they either die quickly, if they are going to die, or like this little guy, get over it and survive. He is just so wiggly. He's been crawling everywhere. He actually like jumped out of the pen. I think it's like the door and the bedding's getting high enough that the little blockade is being fixed, but so I'm gonna have to fix that, but at least he gives me a little bit of hope. Yeah, like right here, he could easily jump from like here to out there, then squeeze through that little spot. Well, It's much later in the day. It's dark now. I've been looking for that one last little baby, but for the life of me, I can't find where it went. It's not in the hidey house. It's not in the straw anywhere. I tried to fix the place that it looked like it might have gotten out earlier, but I don't know if I didn't fix it well enough. And I've been like combing through the like surrounding areas, both in like the rabbit barn area and then the goat barn, and I can't find it. And I don't know if it escaped and just got out somewhere, or I don't know if like I'm just not seeing it or what, but I can't find it. So I'm going to assume that it's dead, or I guess soon will be. And I actually found the baby. It's dead in the straw, so yeah, we officially have no more kids left of her litter. So this is the official end of Ladybug's first litter. I was actually pretty surprised that it went on as long as it did. And I got to the point where I was hoping that they would continue to thrive, or at least survive, and like be breeders for us in the long run, but I guess that wasn't the plan. Ladybug will go in the main colony now, so this is the end of the story. I'm sorry it's so sad. I was hoping it'd be happy, but I guess that's not how it was gonna be, so bye.